Hello, I'm going to show you how to do the first Excel lab. So let me share the screen and we'll get started. So here is the week 1 module in the course. And of course you have your objectives here that you can read through just to see why you're doing things. The College Resource Forum, I hope you have started that and having fun with that, finding all that good information that will hopefully be useful to you as we move on. Um, Excel, it'll be okay. I don't remember what this is, so let's check it out. Oh, it's just a little thing saying, don't quit because you have Excel in this class and you can download it for free because you're a TCC student. And then I'm gonna click next. All right, so you go to this website and hopefully this hasn't changed too much. Somewhere, even if it has, somewhere you should be able to find um, the download. Yeah, here's the link. And then you might need to change your password if you don't remember it. And yeah, so you'll go through it, it's going to take a few minutes probably to get your Excel all situated. And then once you do, then you're ready. Oh, here's some more information on to how to sign it. Because once you do have Excel installed, another way to get through is to sign in with your TCC student email and password because it's connected. Like they already set it up so all the students have access to Microsoft Office. So here's some more information on getting everything installed. So if you need any technical support, don't ask me because I don't know, but there is technical support in the class. Um, you just want to go to oh gosh, where is that? We'll find it after. So if you need technical support, actually maybe even listed common issues. You just want to look for TCC's IT department, and they'll be able to help you. And there is definitely a link somewhere in the course to that, which I will find. Um, so you got to download it, install it, and then there's this little video on getting started with Excel. And then here's your first assignment. It's um it's really easy just to kind of get you using Excel a little bit. So I'm gonna squish this down. If come on. It is not wanting to cooperate with me. Let me try this way. Okay. No, that's worse. There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, and then I'm going to open Excel on the other side. What's new? Okay, that's fine. Well, we want to start with a blank notebook. All right, let me drag it over so you can actually see it. And then I'm just gonna resize. I'm really having trouble with the resizing today. Let me try this corner. It's normally not an issue. You can see it come up in a flash and then disappear. Come on. Oh my gosh. All right, let me bring it back over here and see if it cooperates on my other screen, maybe. Oh, you just have to kind of start doing it and it'll do it, but it's not showing the little arrows. There we go. And then at the bottom, you can zoom in. So I'm going to zoom in a bit just so it's not so tiny. And it says, open Excel, create a new network, a new workbook. We're done. and then name it budget tracker. Okay, so we're going to do save and call it budget tracker. And I'm going to put it in this course. All right, then we want to enter this data. So you see that there's cells here. So we just want to type each word in a cell. So month, income, I'll go across, rent, utilities, groceries, transportation, other expenses. And then I'm going to type January, 2,500, 800. You see that the rent and income didn't change, and that's pretty typical that we spend the same, or we make the same amount of money each month and spend the same on our housing. So February, 2,500, 800, 140, 310, 120, and 180. And this is the last typing line. It's not too much typing, right? 290 and 110, 220. All right, now it says calculate the total expenses in the next column and label it total expenses. All right, so I'm going to make this one a little smaller. And this one a little bigger. Because we want to be able to see total expenses here. So we want to add up. So you could get a calculator and add 2,500, 800, 150, 300, 100, 200, etc. But Excel actually makes it a lot easier for you. You can just type equals sum, S-U-M. You can click on it down here, and then you want to put the values in. Now, instead of putting the numbers, it's best just to click on the cells, highlight them, and then hit enter, and it added it up for me. Isn't that nice? And I don't even have to type that again in these. I can find this little, you notice like there's a, I'll actually zoom in. Right here, there's a little square in the bottom right-hand corner. If I hover over that, it turns into a plus sign. I'm going to zoom back out because I think that's, well, I want you to be able to see everything. So hover into that corner until it turns into a plus sign. Mine's being a little brat. Okay, that did it. It didn't quite turn into a plus sign. There's something weird going on with my mouse, or maybe it's an update or something, but you might get a little plus sign. Either way, grab that corner and drag it down, and it's going to, if we click into the cell, you can see that it put that formula in there for me. It updated it. It even put the new number it knew to use column or row B instead of row A. And the same with this one. Oops. You want to, if you're in if you ever go into a cell with a formula in it and you need to get out, just hit escape. So in this one, the same thing. It knew to add row 4 when I did that. So yeah, let me hit escape before I do something weird. So now I have my total expenses. It might be nice if all of these had dollar signs on them because they are money amounts. So I'm gonna go up here, highlight them all, and then do dollar sign. And maybe I don't want all those decimals there, so I'm going to take the decimals away just to clean it up a little. All right, then we're going to calculate the savings in another column. I keep running out of room. Squish, squish, squish. So now we need, what does it say? Calculate savings. And how do we do that? So, oh, it tells us use a subtraction formula. It's going to equal income. So you just click on the income cell minus total expenses. So click on that one, hit enter, and then of course we can drag it down to fill in the rest. Why do you think there's parentheses around that one? Yeah, you got it. It is, those are negative because you spent more than you made. Not too great, but not uncommon. All right, then we're going to do some formatting. We're going to bold the headers. So just highlight all the headers and then go to bold. Bold is just like when you're using Microsoft Word. Use currency. Oh, we already did that. And then add borders around the table. Okay, so to do that, I select the whole table and then I'm going to put borders around it. So it looks like that. Um, I think we got all of the formatting. And then create a chart, highlight the month and savings columns, insert column chart showing savings for each month. Oh, okay. Um, highlight the month and the savings. Oh, okay, so this is a little tricky. You have to, for a Mac, it's Command. Um, but you might have to do a Google search on how you can select different columns in Excel. I'm sorry, I don't know. And if you don't get this part, it's fine. And then insert chart would be insert. And then what kind of chart does it say? Saving, oh, a column chart. Okay, so that'll be this one. And there it is. It says to label it monthly savings. I'm just going to change this to monthly. And we get a chart. So the only thing is it's not showing the month. I don't know why that is. So let's see if I can figure that out. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because it's not that important. Chart options, text, fill border. Yeah, oh, properties maybe? No. Oh, maybe the month is there, but it's in some weird font that you can't read. So let me change it. Okay, so they put it up. The months are there. So there's different ones to pick from, and maybe I'll use this one because you can actually read the months. And then save your file as your name budget tracker. So I want to go to now save as, and I'm going to put Libby budget tracker and save it. And that's everything. If you want to get a little bit more into the weeds, then I don't really like how transportation's cut off. So if I go up here, I can extend that until it shows up. Same with other expenses. In fact, the best way to do it is to highlight all of them and then double click up here. Oops. Well, at least this used to work. There we go. Double click and it'll automatically resize everything for you. And yeah, I think that's enough for now that you got your feet wet. So just follow this video, do what I did, save it, and then upload it to the assignment. So the assignment, it's not showing me a place to upload, but I'm the instructor. So let me know if there's any issue with that. It says it's a file upload, but I can view as a student. Let me try that. So you hit start assignment and then you can click and drag the file. So that's probably what I'll do. I got my file here, dragged it over, and then submit assignment. So Um, that's just a little way to get your feet wet with Excel. Hopefully that helps and you're a little less nervous about it. We don't do tons of stuff with Excel. You'll learn a little bit more than that, but those are the basics. So let me know if that helped and have fun.